Welcome to More Based Off, where reactions are based on facts, commentary is based on experience, and every opinion is rooted in real talk. If you enjoy honest conversations, hit like, subscribe, and let's get into it. What's up, everybody? This is Alan Thompson with More Based Off. What is up, Hollywood besties? Oh my God, y'all. Okay, what is going on? I don't know if most of you actually probably have even seen any of this because Marcus has not dropped any videos, as you all know, and we all know about the deleted videos. But I so happen to follow Miss Wanda in Makeover Mondays, and so I saw that she went live, and lo and behold, who do we see? I see Polo, I see Fiesty, and I see Tragedy. I'm like, what? And not only did I see them, then I see Marcus. And he's in the video grinning ear to ear, laughing, his normal, you know, Marcus, ways in the video. But well, what I can say, I saw him laughing and, carrying on like he usually does. But you know how you can tell somebody's doing that, but at the same time there's something else going on. It definitely was given that. But let's get into this. So the interesting part was I had recorded a video about Feisty that I had planned on dropping today. And because, of course, we haven't heard from Feisty, she hasn't been on the channel. And my premise of it was, will he go running back to Feisty now? But, I had to laugh because I said, you know what? It just proves how predictable Marcus is. Because literally, that was the video I was going to drop today. And then I see Makeover Monday on Miss Wanda's page, and I see Feisty Tragedy and Polo. So now it's like he's trying to, run back to the people that he fired, quote unquote. Remember he said he fired Feisty and Tragedy, you know, and now all of a sudden that all of this has come out about this 17-year-old and him having to, of course, distance himself from that crew. Now he's running right back to Feisty. But it's all strange when you think about it because you, you're just gonna move on now and act like nothing ever happened. It's like, hello, you do realize you're gonna have to address this. So now you wonder, is he going to go ahead and post these Makeover Monday videos in hopes that it's redeeming video, so to speak? Oh, look, now I'm back with Feisty and Tragedy. We did the makeovers. It's almost like, look, I do good, look at me, I do good stuff too. That's what he does. Just like when he got back from Cancun, he put the first video he posted was of the older gentleman, and he gave him money to get back home. It's like Marcus thinks people are a fool. It's like, okay, great. That's great. Anybody can do good deeds, but let's talk about what's really going on. How about that? And that's the part with most of us at this point. It's like, nah, you need to talk about what's really going on. It's like, okay, that's great, Makeover Monday and all of that. But yeah, man, I mean, it's some serious stuff going on here with um, you know, this 17-year-old that supposedly you feel the spicy scene with. And, it's like you're going to have to address that. And to be honest with you, the best thing he can do is address it head on. Then at least, you could decide if you want to give him some grace or not at that point, but I feel like real men face their issues head on, which we know Marcus is not known to do that. He's a master deflector. He's going to deflect, try to just drop these Makeover Monday videos and move on like nothing has happened. Um, but we already know, likely, more than likely, he's going to get a call eventually from a detective, or, there's going to be some type of investigation that's going on, from what it seems, at least. So, yeah, it's like you can't just run away from that. So I would think the best thing for him to do, if already he's going to be dropping more videos. As I saw him in this live recording it, it's like, nah, before you drop them videos, you gonna have to drop another video of making some type of statement about this, because otherwise, uh, people are gonna be looking at you like you crazy. It's like, you're not just gonna be able to move on from this and not address it. And and then, with Miss Wanda, with these Makeover Mondays, still dealing with Marcus. I find it kind of interesting because I think Miss Wanda is genuinely a good person and she does it out of the kindness of her heart. I do find it odd that she does all these makeovers with people from Marcus's channel. I feel like the first thing that comes to mind is like rewarding bad behavior. It's like, what do they need a makeover for? I mean, are they going on job interviews? Are they really trying to get their lives together? I get the whole concept of, when you feel better, you want to do better. But we've seen time and time again with pretty much all of the people that she gives the makeovers to. First of all, they don't keep them. I mean, we saw with Feisty, she took that wig off the next day and it was like a sew in. So she had to do a lot of work to get that out, you know. So we've seen time and time again where it's not appreciated. We've seen where they go to shoot spicy scenes right after the makeovers, which Miss Wanda did speak on that, and said, that she didn't want to be associated with that, that the makeovers were not for that, and because they're from donations and everything, that she don't want to be associated with anything like that. So, at that time, Marcus had said, "Well, we're gonna have to wait a little while for the makeovers to not look as fresh, and then do the spicy scenes." I'm just like, what in the world? But I do feel like, with Miss Wanda, I kind of I find it strange that she continues to um, work with Marcus because, again, it's like certain things you don't want to be associated with. And if you talk about somebody that's now possibly going to be facing legal matters and all of that, you drag yourself in that just by association, and the fact that you do makeovers on these people he deals with, and you know, th- all of them have been in spicy scenes, and it's like, yeah, you're not doing it for that purpose. But then if they look at these videos and they see the people in the videos with the makeovers you did, the question could be, well, were you the one, were you the hairstylist in the, for the spicy scenes? And, so it's just like, certain things. I mean, I would tell Miss Wanda, if I ever had the chance to talk to her, I would just say, I would rethink that. But I think with Miss Wanda and Rob, they look at it like, it's promotion for their business. I get it. It's grown their YouTube page. I mean, they haven't even have had it that long, and they have over 3,000 subscribers, and so I get it for that purpose. It works for them, but I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't have any dealings. But that's just me. But I think Miss Wanda, I think her heart is in the right place. I don't think she's in on anything with Marcus or anything like that. I do think she does these makeovers out of the kindness of her heart, and I do think that's great. I just do find it a little odd though, because I don't think any of these people deserve any makeovers. I've only seen maybe one that deserved it. Was this lady that wasn't a regular on the channel. She had kids, and I think she had a job interview coming up, and she seemed really appreciative, and so somebody like her, yes. The rest of these, I was going to use a word I shouldn't use, but the rest of these people, they don't deserve a makeover. Get it together first. Show me you really trying to do something, and then we'll get you a makeover. How about that? Like, but yeah, y'all. Marcus he's resurfaced. He's back. Like nothing ever happened. And I think that's what he's going to try to play it like. I think he's going to try to just move on and not speak on it, and hope it goes away. But I don't think that's the smart route to take. But we'll see. Maybe he will speak out about it. Maybe he will surprise us and he will have something to say about it. But again, I think avoiding it is not the way to go. And but yeah, so the return of Marcus already. I knew he wasn't going to stay away more than 2 to 3 days. I'm like, I know the way he is, and I mean, at the end of the day, he's got to make money. YouTube is his bread and butter. So I knew he wouldn't be gone for too long. But but I didn't think he was gonna come right back like nothing ever happened either. I mean, I definitely thought maybe he would at least release a video, with some type of statement. I mean, I think that would be the wise thing to do. And I mean, I think even any good lawyer would tell you that that would be the wise thing. And it's not an admission of guilt, but you need to release something saying something, you know. So, but yeah, so I'll be interested to see when he's gonna drop these videos for Makeover Monday. But I was too tickled. I'm like, look at this dude, like he just up there laughing and smiling, and but it's like I said, it was one of those moments where you can like look at somebody, you see they laughing and smiling, but it's like, nah, it's you can see something else going on the inside for sure. But what do you guys think? You think he's going to come out with a statement soon about this, address the issues, the allegations? What do you think about these makeovers, Makeover Monday, and Wanda still working with him and doing these? And I mean, the fact that, today it was Tragedy, Feisty, and Polo, which I guess now he's trying to pull them all back in and really make them regulars again because, he really doesn't have any people anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just kind of sad though because they're so desperate. They just back smiling and laughing with him, because they just need that little bit of money that he gives them, and you know, um, it's just it's a circus. It's really a circus, and they all need to get jobs. They all need to get themselves together, because at the end of the day, it's like, what are they doing? And like with somebody like Tragedy and Feisty, they're young, still young enough, still, Feisty's what, like 32, Tragedy's around the same age, a little younger. They're still young enough where, they still have their whole lives ahead of them. It's like, what are y'all doing? Get yourself together and do something with your life. Like, I mean, I think back to when I was that age, it's like, I mean, I was productive. I mean, first of all, I was working, I had my own money, I had my own place. So when I see young people like that, and I think back to when I was their age, I'm very confused. I mean, I had my own place since I was in my 20s. I lived on my own. Like by the time I graduated college and I was like 22, 23, I had my own. I've always had my own place. I've always had my own money. So when I see young people like this, I'm very confused. And I mean, let's not even get on Polo. I'm like, because he's closer to my age. I'm older than him, but he's closer to my age range. That's very confusing to me, but I think Polo is a little something mentally, it's not all the way there for sure. But yeah, y'all, let's talk about it in the comments. You know, what do you think about all of this? Again, do you think Marcus is going to make a statement about this at some point, or you think he's just going to move on like nothing happened? All right, this is Alan Thompson with more Based Off. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on that notification bell. We're gonna have more videos coming this week because I mean, you already know those ASI streets stay hot. So I'll be back with more videos. If I get any more developments, I definitely will bring them to you. All right, y'all, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be talking soon. Alan Thompson with more Based Off. Thanks for watching More Based Off. If you enjoyed today's video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with someone who would enjoy it too. Your support helps to grow the channel. If you'd like to support the channel even further, my Cash App is on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.